Okay, I'm gonna call him because Greg should be here in about 20 minutes.
Are you excited? Tell me if you're excited.
I'm excited. I'm scared.
The like
Look a little rough.
No, it's the stuff, but at the same time, I'm like, it is what we're doing. Alright. Smile.
Yeah, smile.
Alright.
No, I'm just getting like close up.
What happened? Yeah. I did go.
What do you guys think is gonna happen?
Dude, someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die, and I think it's gonna hit us really hard. I think I'm gonna start crying.
Are you gonna cry?
Yes, I think so.
How was it planning this whole thing?
It was a lot of work, but I think it'll be worth it once everyone sees it and hopefully it has an impact.
Anything to add? No. All right.
Guys, final thoughts?
I'm a little nervous. It's game day, baby. Let's go. As my man YFW Kelly once said, wake up in the morning, I got murder on my mind.
Oh, hey Matt.
I got ejected, so I'm gonna...
Matt, put your feet up on the seat.
Excited. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. How are you feeling about dying?
Casey, how are you feeling today?
Good.
You ready for this?
100% confident.
What do you have to say to people who text and drive or drive under the influence?
It's not smart and you shouldn't do it.
Absolutely, well said. As SADD president, what do you have to say to people who think that it is a good idea to text and drive or drive under the influence?
Well, a real statistic right here. If you're going 60 miles an hour down a road and you look down at your phone for even just 1 second, that's the equivalent to being blind for 2 football fields. Now think about that for a second. All the things that could happen over the course of driving 2 whole football fields. It's really dangerous and people think they're invincible, but they're not. This shit happens every day.
Thank you.
I guess that's the first question. How are you feeling about the whole Mock DUI crash?
I'm very proud of the SADD students. I think they've done a phenomenal job, and I just think they have their heart and soul into it, and it's all about safety and helping their classmates in the future, now and in the future, to be safe and be careful. So,
how do you think it's going to be watching your son get thrown through a windshield?
Not too good. That part I don't like at all. So I'm just thinking, okay, it's fake, and hopefully we'll never have to do that, because I couldn't even imagine seeing that.
Yeah.
I can't even go there, and I won't.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
I have one more question.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so as a parent, what do you have to say to kids and young adults who think it's a good idea to text and drive or drive under the influence?
Absolutely no. Why take that chance? You got your whole life in front of you. Don't even go there. That's all I gotta say. Just be safe.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. How are you feeling about seeing your son in this mock crash today?
Honestly, when he first asked me, I was extremely nervous. I thought I'd be able to handle it, but as they're putting the scene together and so forth, it's kind of emotional. It kind of opens up your eyes a little bit to what could happen. It's the unthinkable. You don't want anything happening to your child. So to actually have to go through this, it's kind of scary.
And what do you have to say to kids that are thinking of drinking, just driving, or texting?
One consequence, one bad decision, you can't take it back. Think before you do it.
All right.
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
If you do look at your cell phone, even if it's for about 1 second or so, you're taking your eyes off the road for a good amount of time at a high speed. If you're not looking at what is in front of you, then that can be very dangerous and deadly. You should not look at your phone while driving. It's an issue. People know that drunk driving is an issue, but I don't think they feel like this is much of an issue.
Working with your fellow classmates on the project today, do you feel, how do you feel that this will come across? Do you feel like they'll take it seriously?
I really hope they take it seriously. In years past, I think they have, which is very helpful. So I believe that people will be taking this very seriously.
And what will you be portraying today?
I will be the passenger in the car where the driver was texting, and I am ejected through the front windshield.
because of the crash and because I was not wearing a seatbelt.
So really 2 messages now.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Can we grab your name?
Yes, Matthew.
2 T's?
Yes. Jim Bartlome. I'll spell it. So big. G-I-M-B-A-T-O-L-O-M-E-I.
What grade is this?
I'm a senior. 12th grade.
Is there a certain group that's putting this on?
Yes, this is the Students Against Destructive Decisions. In cooperation with the police department, the fire department.
Are you the one who emailed me?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. That worked out well.
Look out!
Holy shit, you're gonna hit those people!
passenger in that one, and the kid on the ground over there, that's Gary. He was driving that car, I think.
Okay. Alright, we'll get the fire department to do their job and handle them, okay?
Okay. What's gonna happen?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
18, what's your name?
Robert D. Please.
Robert D. Please. What's your birthday, Robert?
What?
What's your birthday?
November 10th, 2000.
You in high school?
Yeah, the senior here.
Merrimack High School. Alright, you want to take a seat? Relax. What's the name of the kids in the car?
Casey in the backseat. Holly's the girl that's still there. The kid in the front, that was Matt. And then that's Maddie over there. And then that's Garrett on the ground. Do they need any help?
Yeah, they're getting help now. Just stay over here, man. Let them do their job, okay? They're gonna need rope. Okay?
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. This is everybody's nightmare, every parent's nightmare. In the United States, there's 3,166 fatal related accidents attributed to distracted driving, texting, answering your phone, and talking on the phone. That's 9 deaths a day because of somebody being on their cell phone or looking at a message. And we just added to one right here. I'm here, not just as a policeman, but as a parent, that we all do our part to prevent something like this. How many of you can honestly stand right now? And actually, I'm going to have you stand. If you can honestly stand and tell me that you do not drive distracted, stand up. Honestly. Boy, we got some work to do, don't we? We have some work to do. So please, on the behalf of the police department, the fire department, the public, and the motoring public, let's do our part and start putting the phones down, turning them off, and driving the way that we should be driving, which is to pay 100% concentration on the road. Hands-free in New Hampshire, you have to be 18 to do it. I know you guys are senior in high school, so I would say probably 2/3 are 18, but some of you are not, correct? So some of you shouldn't even be touching your phones or any type of electronic device. In New Hampshire, it's a violation if you violate the hands-free law, which is $100 the first time, $250 the second, and $500 if it's within 24 months. But this isn't a hands-free violation. This becomes an investigation for a fatal accident. More than likely, what's going to happen is that this road's going to be shut off for hours. Parents are going to be coming. There's going to be a lot of screaming and crying and a lot of devastation. We're looking at negligent homicide, 3.5 to 7 years. Loss of license, more than likely up to 7 years. But that's probably the minimal. So the person that's responsible for this accident has to live with this for the rest of his life, or hers. So I ask you as a parent again, and as a policeman, that we all start doing our part and stay off our phones. And I'll put a couple more things into that. We don't drink and drive. And the big thing that's going on now that we know what's happening is smoking marijuana and driving. So those are the 3 things that are killing your age group right now. Distracted driving, drunk driving, and driving under the influence of marijuana. We need you to help us. Let's make the roads safer. And it does happen in Merrimack. As Mr. Bantham gave you one of his stories of how he experienced his loss of his girlfriend, back in 1980, and I'll tell you that probably more than half the police department graduated from Merrimack High School, including myself. I graduated in 1980 just like you guys are graduating this year. I graduated with one of my best friends. I grew up off of Patton Road on Brookside Drive. And my best friends at the time, we grew up since we were junior high, played football, baseball, and basketball together. Tim Milligan. His nephew is with us right now. He's on the job. He's a detective. He's here today. We graduated. We had a great time with graduation. The fall came, and I'll never forget it. September 30th, I was playing basketball in my driveway, and I see Ryan's father, the former chief of police of Merrimack, his brother Kevin, Ryan's other uncle, walking down early in the morning, and we're going, what are they doing? They came to tell me that Tim Milligan was involved in a car accident at the corner just before Bean Road. So when you drive Babusick Lake Road before Bean Road and you see a tree that's black, that's where Tim lost his life. I'll never forget that day when I was asked to be one of the pallbearers. A day that I'll never forget. We have to stop drinking and driving. We have to stop texting and driving. And we got to stop smoking marijuana and driving. So with that, keep that in mind. And as Mr. Bantham said, the goal is to shock you. This was realistic. It gives me chills up my back and my spine every time I see it. So please, do your part. On top of that, congratulations on graduating, and please be safe.
Yeah, I'm gonna sweep it back here.
Went good. Dart unfortunately had a real life call. We're gonna go really save lives, so we get it hopefully next year, or maybe.
Or maybe.